Hello, dreamers. Eugene the author here, and it is finally time to arise, ye tarnished, ye dead, yet still live. That's right. Shadow the Erdtree has released, and I am so giddy with excitement. I'm trying to contain myself here because I really want to just be bouncing around and just going crazy. It is not at all hyperbole to say that Elden Ring is in my top 5, 10 favorite games of all time. It's pretty close to being my favorite game. So I am just incredibly excited. Before we jump into the DLC, I just want to address a couple of things real quick. One is that I did talk about having build videos, and I do still intend to do so, but I am going to be delaying those build videos a bit. The reason being is that as I expected it to, the day 1 patch for Shadow of the Erdtree that rebalances the game did nerf a lot of weapons across the board. It nerfed a lot of poise damage, it nerfed a lot of additional ways that you would approach your build, and so I don't feel that in good conscience I can recommend you builds that I have not personally tested to make sure are still viable after this day 1 patch. And so as a result of that, I'm going to be spending a bit more time tweaking those builds before I share them out. But beyond that, it's time to jump in. Oh, one more thing. Don't freak out, I'm okay. I have some nerve damage and I'm using a TINS unit to address it, and the DLC released early, so here we are. But I'm fine. Alright, let's dive in. And we're back after like 3 hours of all the prep that I forgot to do. I'm going into the DLC at level 142 from all the extra stuff I did, and I used Gold Fowl Feet for everything. These are my weapons that I'm taking with me. I'm using the Tree Sentinel set, and these are the talismans I've got. And I can swap out a talisman for the Roar Medallion if needs must. But yeah, we're finally ready. Hi friend. You are the DLC person.
Ah,
Lady.
were you guided here by kindly Mikola? I am Leda.
We have a name now.
I was guided by faith along his honorable path.
Interesting.
Touch the withered arm, and you too will be transported to the realm of shadow where Mikola the Kind now dwells. My compatriots are there already.
Okay.
Like us, they have heard kindly Mikola's call. If you can find them, they are certain to lend you aid.
So this is similar to how Marika had her call of grace for her tarnished. Mikola has his call for his chosen as well. And it's interesting that Moog was essentially attending himself with a body that no longer has any spirit in it. Mikola's not even here anymore, which is interesting to consider. It's not unlike how Ranni left her original body, destroyed her body, and occupied a new one.
Come now. Touch the withered arm and travel to the realm of shadow. I will not be far behind. May we meet again.
Okay, do you have anything new to say?
Come now. I will
Okay,
not
cool.
be far.
I've been recording for a few hours, so I'm gonna go and refresh my coffee real quick. Alright, let's get started. Head to the realm of shadow. And for those curious, you can come and go as you please from the DLC. From the map, you can switch over. Okay. Kind of thought there might be a cutscene. Let's dive in. So let's just take a moment and take a look at where we landed here. Obviously we have a whole new map, and this looks to be our first destination. So you can easily toggle back to the lands between, so you can come back and forth between the DLC at your leisure. So as we find new materials, or as we find new weapons, it'll be easy to go back and change out our build as needs must. I'm so excited. I've been waiting so long for this. Wow, look at that. Oh, that is so cool. Okay, so this may be me overthinking things, but that moon looks partially eclipsed to me. That looks fascinating. Oh my gosh, I just want to explore everything. Okay, so this is an interesting marker. We've not seen its like before. What is this? A rata fruit. Okay. What does the rata fruit do? Where's my recent... You're supposed to be able to have a recent items tab in your inventory. Easily found everywhere in the realm of shadow, so this is probably this realm's version of the Roa fruit. Berry-like fruit that grows into spirit grave grass, material used for crafting items. Easily found everywhere in the realm of shadow, though its bitter taste makes it unsuitable for consumption by humans. So maybe a torrent type deal. Okay, we've got our first side of grace. Let's see what it's called. The gravesite plain. Okay, so we have the Shadow Realm Blessing for my Erdtree blessings and Revered Spirit Ash blessings. Okay. Well, I mean, I think first things first is we want to get a hold of a map fragment, and then we'll come back and explore some. Alright, well, let's go and get our map. There's that flaming wicker enemy. Whoa, hi. Wow. Wow. Don't I feel unprepared. Okay. I mean, I am barely touching this guy, and this is just a normal enemy. Oh. What? Okay. So these chakram have bleed build up. I'm loving the emphasis on, like, hyper-stylized combat. Okay, so that was meant to be a tough encounter. That just gave me back my, my flasks. Okay, let's see about this red flesh mushroom. Where do I... How do I see recent items? Is that somewhere else? Okay, I don't know how to get to the recent items tab. Red mushroom that grows in Sullen lands, easily found. Flesh of the mushroom is similar to raw meat and can serve as pot innards. That has interesting lore implications. I kind of wish that, or I very much wish that the enemy had dropped their chakram. I'm so eager to already start having new weapons to play with. Alright, let's, also, you'll see the stuttering happening a lot. That's very berserk. Tree with a bunch of people hanging from it. Yeah, the day one patch does not have very good performance, so you'll see a lot of stuttering and a lot of freezing. Everyone burned to cinders, burned away. Put to the torch by Mesmer and his lot. What did we do to deserve such a fate? We merely lived our lives, we lived in peace. Okay, let's go exploring. Yeah, so, as I've talked about in other videos, Miyazaki is a big Berserk fan, and this imagery of a tree with a bunch of people hanging from it invokes where Guts was found as an infant. If I remember my Berserk lore correctly. I thought that was a person. Let's see. So we got a decent chunk of map unlocked here. Because I'm myself, I am gonna go deal with those wicker people, or that wicker boss. Okay, so not everything is gonna just like wholesale annihilate me. That's good to know. Let's go exploring and see what we can see. Where's that? Oh, that's my axe. I was like, where's that sound coming from? Let's go over here. Got a bird. Oh, you're an enemy. Are you an enemy? Okay. You are not an enemy. Oh, cool. Logar the Beast Claw. I wonder if you're tied to Magnus at all. You know what? Let's duel. Let's duel. You and me. Wow, you are a lot stronger than I am. Oh, he has like cat claws. That's cool. Yeah. I love that just like right away I'm just in this strange hostile place where everything wants to get me. Please tell me I get that weapon. Oh, please tell me you're gonna give me that weapon. That's exciting. That is exciting. Savage Claws, so it has its own special ability as well. Weapon in the form of a carnivorous beast's vicious claws, used to perform bestial slashing attacks to uncanny to humankind, an imitation of the esoteric technique of the Horned Warriors. That Horned Warriors makes me think about, the Omen. Those who carry this weapon wield it as though they have been possessed by a savage beast. Pounds like a beast to viciously slash foe with... Oh, man. Oh, man. Yo. Let's go. That is awesome. Oh my goodness, that is so cool. Okay, I do want to go ahead and address one thing real quick. I know you guys are used to me having a far calmer and more measured tone of speech. Oh, interesting. This kind of makes me think about, it's obviously not the same because the skull is intact, but this makes me think about the tombs and the walking mausoleums. But yes, I know you're used to me having a much calmer and more measured tone of voice when I record content, but hopefully you guys will forgive me being very excited to play new content for one of my favorite games of all time. Okay, so we have a camp here. To be clear, the calm, measured me is not at all an act. That's just one side of my personality. Another side is getting very excited and giddy over just having fun with something I love. Oh, I'm so glad I went exploring, because I almost didn't go over here. Okay, let's... I don't feel like I can safely get down there right now. And I actually kind of want to bounce back to Round Table Hold and upgrade my claws real quick. But let me go back and see if I can safely get down here. And it's interesting, right, that he's a Beast Claw, which we associate with Garank of the Beast Clergy, who is Malekith's alter ego. Yeah, I don't think there's a safe way to get down there. I don't see any graves or anything that I can jump down. But that the description connects this weapon, I believe, to the omens is fascinating. Okay, that's... I wonder what all those red flowers maybe? Or maybe it's a blood swamp, I don't know. Okay, we're gonna go back to Round Table real quick. Let's see what materials these claws use for upgrades. Oh my gosh, I am so excited, guys. Okay, so this is a standard smithing weapon, which is why in my B-roll footage I did not fully upgrade my Starfist, because I figured that I would probably find some pretty cool non-somber weapons that I'd want to play with. Not quite enough. I noticed with the patch that the upgrade menu goes a lot slower now. Like, all the menus seem like they go a lot slower now. So... I guess let's that almost looks like an Everjail, maybe. I'll go see what's going on over there, if I can get over there. I've heard tell that the Land of Shadow has a lot of verticality that it plays with. Yeah, I see you. I see you. Oh, that's not what I meant to do. Let's try out my new Ash of War. This enemy has a fascinating design. Oh, smithing stones. I did hear that the DLC is very generous with upgrade materials, which makes a lot of sense, right? Like, FromSoft knew that we were going to want to experiment with a ton of new things. Oh my gosh. This is just so cool. Oh my gosh, this is just too cool. I love this new combat style. Let's see, what's around here? Okay, there's those adorable little worm dudes. More upgrade materials, always nice. Okay, so the wormy dudes are enemies. Oh, weird. Okay, so they don't care about me. What if I touch their little cilia? Okay, so these dudes don't care about me. Sorry, but I have to do this for science. Oh, they are all aggroed. Okay, so a little bit of lore. The jellyfish that you encounter in the main game are actually the spirits of children that have gone on to the other side. Or tiny adults, whatever the algorithm needs me to say to not get copy striked. Not copy striked. There's certain words that if you say, you will get age restricted immediately. So I need to get a hold of an item from one of these guys, because I'm curious. They have the same coloration, right? They have blue, and they don't care about you as long as you don't pick a fight with them, but when you do, they turn red. So I'm curious if they are also like... Okay, it's kind of harder to hit them with lock-on. I'm curious if they are like the jellyfish, and that they are also the spirits of tiny adults that have gone on to the other side. So that freeze right there is what a lot of people are encountering with the DLC, where it is just completely locking up for people for several seconds, and then it just kind of rushes back in. It's interesting that, like, all of them, for as far as the eye can see, are aggroed, and that may have something to do with the fact that they... Okay. They drop grave gloveworts. That's interesting. I'll deal with them later. But it's interesting, right? And that may have to do with the fact that their bodies are tethered underground. So we have a multiplayer thing here. And bird iconography factors into this realm some importance as well. Oh ho ho ho! We have ourselves a boss fight. Western Nameless Mausoleum. Okay. Let's see what we have going on in here. Black Jail Knight. Okay. Oh, I do not do a lot of damage. Oh, and I am not allowed to summon for this fight either. That's interesting. And he has the coloration of a spirit summon. And looks like he has that new repeater crossbow as well. And maybe one of the new longswords. Oh my. We might need to come back to this after I get some Scadu upgrade materials. Oh my. But I'm also like really excited to find out what I can get from him. You know what? Hold on. Oh, you do not care about that? Okay. And it may have been because he was in a charge animation. Oh, I want that vacuum blade. Wow, you hit like a ton of bricks. Okay, let's try that again. Yeah. Okay, we might need to come back. We have a stake of Marika right there. We're gonna try this one more time with a fully upgraded somber weapon. I mean, there's obviously better weapons than this one, but... Okay, Okay, so that does stun. Oh, I did not get my dodge off. Oh my gracious. Okay. So that has a follow-up attack. Oh, I thought I was far enough back. I was not. Wow, he is aggressive. Or she, I don't know. They're aggressive. So they can tank through hits like nobody's business. Oh, come on. Oh dear. Okay, well, let's see how you like... Crap. Yep. Oh, I don't even have any. Okay, well, let's see how you like this. You have a follow-up attack. Okay, so I can proc Frost on you. Crap. Yeah, okay. I think maybe we come back to this. Yeah, that could have gone better. Okay.